Okay, and hello everybody, and welcome to another episode of HBO Critical Plus. I'm your host Brandon, and for the third day, an unprecedented third day in a row, I am joined by Christy.
Hi everybody.
It's not often that we get to stream this often, like so many days in a row.
No, it's not. It is not.
It is not. But I'm happy that we could, because all of our sessions have been a lot of fun. And today is no exception, because for those who tuned in about 2 days ago, we had done the third case of Ace Attorney. We had both forgotten that there was a third day to this investigation / trial. So here we are on Sunday to finish this up. So
yes.
Assuming, again, this is not confirmed yet, but assuming Ace Attorney is more of a Sunday session that we start doing, then consider this the quote pilot episode for Ace Attorney Sundays, which is something that we may do in the future, because there's a lot of Ace Attorney games we want to play, and maybe Sunday's the only day we could do it, but who knows? That is not set in stone right now, but yeah, consider this a pilot for Ace Attorney Sundays. And on the pilot of this Ace Attorney Sundays, we are going to finish Turnabout Samurai. I'm excited. Are you ready to go?
Yes.
Let's do this. So I am loading the file now.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to recap for everyone that may not have seen what's been going on at this point. So yeah, the trial.
I totally forgot about that. It's been a day.
I also did. Yeah. So for those who have missed what's a very brief summary, I'll go ahead and look at the court record as well, so you guys can kind of know what's going on here. So. Our defendant is Will Powers. He is an actor that plays a character called the Steel Samurai in a popular kids TV show. The victim is a man called Jack Hammer. He played the villain, the evil magistrate, though before he was the villain, he also had played a role in a lot of different movies, but now he's been playing the villain as late. So someone killed him, and we recently found out that he died because he put on the Steel Samurai costume. For some reason, we don't know why he put on the costume, but while he was in that costume, somebody killed him, and now we need to find out who did that. And basically, these are all of our the people that we have encountered so far. Pretty much everyone in the last 5 on this row are directly involved with the case. So yeah, we got to find Will Powers innocent by finding out who really killed Jack Hammer today. And yeah, this is the last investigation, and one more trial, and then this case will be done. So anyway, October 19th, 3:27 p.m., Wright and Co. law offices. That was a close one, huh, Mia?
Really? Too bad. I'm sorry I missed it.
Huh? Maya!
So, what happened?
Well, I think I've got a pretty good idea who did it. Now all I need is a motive and proof.
Wow, good going, Nick.
Under the initial trial system, tomorrow's the last day we have.
Initial trial? What's that?
That's the new court system they introduced 2 or 3 years ago. They had so many cases in the system, they decided to speed the whole process up.
So under that system, trials have to end in 3 days?
Yeah, pretty much. Well, we've no time to waste. Let's see if she has any new dialogue. Oh, wow, there's some new ones.
Ooh.
The Steel Samurai to start off with. I don't get it, Maya. Why would Mr. Hammer steal the Steel Samurai costume?
What? You mean Mr. Hammer was wearing the costume?
Yeah.
But Mr. Hammer was the victim, Nick. Why would he go through the trouble of stealing it?
That's what we have to find out. Alright, let's ask about the director's alibi.
What happened to the director's testimony?
Well, it's pretty clear that the producer and the director were both in the trailer.
The director.
Salmonella is a very fitting name for him.
Huh.
Which means that the killer has to be one of them.
Really? Why?
Because the real scene of the crime was Studio 2, where the trailer is.
What?
Is Maya always this excitable? Let's ask if she has any ideas. Well, have you noticed anything that might help us?
I can't see what's going on when Mia is here. So no, I haven't noticed anything.
Right.
Maybe we should go talk to WP?
WP. Powers. Right. Let me see if there's anything. Oh, she might like the scrapbook, actually. I'm gonna submit it to her.
Okay.
Oh, never mind. What do you think about this? It's that fanboy's prized possession.
Wow, impressive. It's a little different from the Steel Samurai on TV.
These are mostly taken at the PR shows they do at the stores and fairs. I'm pretty sure it's not even Will Powers inside that suit.
No true fan would be satisfied with anything less than the real thing. He's still a child, I suppose. I guess it takes an adult to appreciate the real deal, right, Nick?
Yeah, whatever you say. I wonder if she'll say anything to the camera. I'll try.
Okay.
This is Cody's...
Hey, a digital camera! I'm impressed a kid like him would have something this expensive. Kids these days.
I don't imagine spirit meetings are trying to get a lot of toys. Wow, didn't expect that. Alright, let's move on to the detention center, CWP. October 19th, detention center visitors room. Mr. Wright, you did very well again today. Thank you. Oh, thanks. Could you not look like you're about to burst into tears?
Wow, Nick, you must have really wowed him in there.
And could you wipe that grin off your face?
Hey, WP, only one day left. Get count.
Yes. Though there's not really anything I could do to help.
Ha ha ha. I'm not really sure what I can do either.
Please, this is no laughing matter. Let's see. Let's talk to Producer Vasquez. Could you tell me more about Miss Vasquez? Oh, the producer? She's well respected in the industry. They say she's a genius.
A genius?
She's been at Global Studios for 5 years now. Right or wrong, nobody dares tell her different these days. Why is that? Ever since she came on board, we've had nothing but hits. Global Studios was on its knees, but she picked it up and made it shine. Oh, and...
And what?
Nothing. Forget it. I've only heard rumors anyhow. Okay, what about the director Manella? Can you tell me anything about Mr. Manella? Oh, he used to be a minor straight-to-video director. But something in his work caught Vasquez's eye. She brought the Steel Samurai idea to him. Now everyone knows the name Sal Manella. I hear he's pretty much at her beck and call, though. Whenever she says, jump, he asks, how high, and all that. I can imagine him being at her beck and call, though I can't imagine him jumping. Alright, what about Mr. Hammer?
I was wondering about Mr. Hammer. He was a big star back in the day, right? But then he just dropped off the face of the earth.
Oh. Yes, you're right. In fact, he was my role model when I started in this business. But he just stopped taking on big roles. That's when he began appearing in little productions at Global.
How could he do that? I was really looking forward to a sequel to Samurai Summer.
He just gave up being a star 5 years ago. Actually, now that I think about it, that was right when Miss Vasquez came to Global. 5 years ago? Present... Maybe he liked the scrapbook. Let's try it. Have you seen this, Mr. Powers? What's that? I've never seen these Steel Samurais in my life. These are the Steel Samurais that appear at live shows. A fanboy collected all these pictures himself. Seeing things like this really makes me think. I mean so much to these kids, you know? I wonder if I say anything with the camera. Excuse me. Thank you for showing me that, whatever it is. I wish I could think of some way for me to help you. Sorry. Okay, I guess that's everything for now. So he has nothing else to say, I suppose. Alright, off to the main gate. Oh god. October 19th, Global Studios.
Oh no. The old windbag sure is quiet today. You know, this place is really peaceful like this. Nick? I think her guard's down.
Yeah?
I bet we could even eat those donuts in the guard station. if we wanted. You eat, you die. Ew, she's alive!
Let's talk about producer Vasquez. I was wondering about Dee Vasquez, the producer.
Oh, the studio bigwigs love her. So she always gets her way.
She seems bitter.
You like the producer? Look, studio people don't want me talking about her, so sorry.
Okay, how about director Manila? Can I ask you about Sal Manila, the director?
Sal, he's a pushover. Does whatever Vasquez tells him to. He treats him like dirt, but I think he likes it. Huh? Why would anyone like being treated like dirt? Doesn't make any sense, does it, Nick?
No, it doesn't, Maya. Okay, Mr. Hammer. About Mr. Hammer.
Ugh. I heard about what you said today, cheeky whippersnapper. Poor old Hammer. You drag his star down from the sky and stomp on it. Calling him a criminal, a thief. I won't forget this.
Uh-oh, she's really pissed this time.
You listen to me, whippersnapper. My poor old Hammer would never do such a thing. Why would he steal Power's costume so he could sneak by me? He would never stoop so low. It's impossible.
Let me present the scrapbook, see if she says anything. Miss Oldbag, what do you think of this?
Let me see. Sorry. Think? Not in the mood for thinking, thank you very much.
I don't think she'll say anything about the camera, but I'll try. Nope, nothing. I'm gonna skip through this. Okay, guess we'll move, because I don't think there's anything else to do here. Let's try the employee area first. October 19th, Global Studios employee area.
I guess they're not filming today either. I did want to see them filming. Just one time.
This trial will be over and done by tomorrow. You can come see them film later.
I guess. This is where you found that bottle of sleeping pills, right?
Uh-huh.
I wonder if there's any other clues lying around.
Yeah! No touching!
Eek!
Oh, sorry, pal. Didn't mean to frighten you.
Did it mean? I almost had a heart attack.
I guess I can be a little dramatique at times. I suppose it's the actor in me. Dramatique indeed. Anyway, I'm here to examine the plate on that table. Wait, are you looking for sleeping pills? Yeah, pal. Traces thereof. Well, let's talk to him. How about the plate?
Oh, you're looking for traces of the sleeping pills. How?
For a thorough examination, I gotta take the plate back to the precinct. But I have the capabilities to make a cursory examination right here. Our science guy gave me some testing solution. This reacts to these sleeping pills, see? If there's traces, it'll change color.
Wow, neat. The gumshoe? What are you waiting for?
Now, everything in due time, pal. Well, the testing solution on the plate changed color, alright. So the food on this plate had been laced with sleeping pills. Looks like it! Steak plate added to court record. On it are traces of sleeping pills and a large bone. Alright, let's ask about the investigation. How goes your investigation? To tell the truth, it's a real mess, pal. Some people think we should pursue the case we already have against Powers. And some people think we should switch suspects.
What do you think, Detective Gumshoe?
Well, pal, I hate to admit it, but I'm not sure I buy the case against Mr. Powers anymore. I feel kind of bad for Mr. Edgeworth, though. Well, how about Prosecutor Edgeworth? How is Edgeworth doing anyway? Mr. Edgeworth is out of control! He was in the waiting room and he crushed his paper cup with hot coffee in it! Whoa. Talk about burns, pal!
Wow, the fury of Edgeworth.
Yeah, crushing paper cups. Bottles? Say, whatever happened with that empty bottle? Oh, the bottle of sleeping pills? Well, I got some good news for you about that. They found the victim Jack Hammer's prints on the bottle.
So that means...
Yep, it sounds like the one who put Power to sleep was none other than the victim. So I was right. There's Jack Hammer's fingerprints. Alright, let's present some stuff to him. How about the steak plate? It's looking like Will Powers was drugged. I'm gonna go back to the precinct and do some more detailed tests.
You're being very early with your information today, Detective.
Well, don't go telling anyone this, pal. But I was kind of impressed at today's trial, too. Most lawyers would have given up after that director's testimony. I think if it had been anyone else but you up there, Powers would be done for by now. I'll see if he says anything to the sleeping pill bottle. Detective, about that bottle. Oh, that? Talk about embarrassing, pal. I can't believe I missed out on my first sleep for evidence. Don't know how I can apologize to Mr. Edgeworth.
It must be tough being a detective, with all that responsibility.
Oh. I guess that's everything. I'm going to examine real quick. Gonna check the plate real quick.
Okay.
The remains of the employee's lunch are scattered around. Everyone's probably too shocked to clean up. There's a T-bone. Oh, I think we've heard this already.
Yeah. I don't think there's anything new here.
Yeah, methinks no. Alright, I'm gonna go inside the
dressing room.
The dressing room. Thank you. Brain wasn't working.
It's okay. Oh, hello. What are you doing here? Oh, I was just cleaning up the dressing room. I guess WP won't be using it anymore, so... What? Why? WP's innocent! Yes, and I'm really grateful for all you've done. But... this week is the last episode of the Steel Samurai. What? No!
Whoa. Let's... Normally I go in order, but that seems really pressing. I'm gonna start with the last episode this time around.
Okay. What do you mean, the last Steel Samurai? I know it's a shock, but nothing can be done to save it now. Whoever really did kill Mr. Hammer also signed the Steel Samurai's death warrant. No, no! Also, I hear that Globo Studios is going to change its programming. They're not going to make kids shows anymore. What? Why? I don't know. It's sad, but that's what Globo Studios decided.
Let's talk about Mr. Hammer before we go into that new one. I was wondering if I could ask you about Mr. Hammer.
Yes?
On the day of the murder, he went to Studio 2.
Aw, I thought he went to Studio 1. He stole the Steel Samurai costume too! What? Why would Mr. Hammer do something like that? Oh. Guess the rumor must be true then. Rumor? Yeah, Ms. Vasquez, that producer, had some kind of hold on Hammer. She had some dirt on him. He'd do anything she said, apparently. Some dirt? What dirt? Dirt? No, bad stuff. I know what dirt means. About 5 years ago, they were filming a movie starring Mr. Hammer. They were using the new studio, Studio 2. Some sort of accident happened during filming. After that, they never used Studio 2 again. They left the film set the way it was too.
Film set? Was that trailer part of the film set then? Shoot. Okay, I should have gotten an order. I'll do studio policy real quick.
It happens.
Why aren't they gonna make kids shows anymore?
Studio bigwigs don't want the Steel Samurai around anymore. They want to forget all this ever happened. They want it quiet, you understand? How could they just do that? What about all the kids who love the Steel Samurai? It's okay. I'm sure the kids will be fine. They'll find a new hero to follow. Oh, that can't be true. If the program just ends, they'll be heartbroken for sure. Nick, say something!
Yeah. I think evidence rather than words is called for here. Here, take a look at this. I'm gonna present the Samurai Scrapbook.
Okay. And this is?
A fan collected all these photographs. The kids love to steal samurai. The show shouldn't be canceled just so some adults can save face. I would think you would understand that better than anyone.
You're right. Okay. But what can I do?
Well, for starters, you can tell me something. Tell me what it is that Global Studios is so intent on hiding. Tell me about this accident 5 years ago.
Okay.
Now we can ask about 5 years ago. Could you tell us what happened 5 years ago?
Well, I can tell you what I've heard. Apparently 5 years ago, someone died, and it was Hammer's fault. Someone died? It was an accident, of course. Anyway, the producer, Ms. Vasquez, managed to hush it up.
And that's the dirt she had on Mr. Hammer?
And that's why Mr. Hammer would do anything Ms. Vasquez asked him to do? But it was an accident, right? Why didn't they just make it public? Well, you know Mr. Hammer was a big star back then. They were afraid what would happen to his career if word got out. I see. Know who knows more about this? Mrs. Oldbag. She was here at the studios back then, you know.
Thanks. We'll try asking her. If she'll talk. I don't think we ever got the scrapbook. I'm going to present... Well, no, actually, that won't do anything, I don't think, because we just had to do it as evidence. Alright, so we're going to move that.
Yeah.
Employee area. And move on to make it...
What? You're still slinking around? If you like the place so much, why don't you take over for me? The old windbag doesn't look so good. Everybody's doing their darndest to forget Hammer. Who do they think made Global Studios what it is today? Hammer! It's all due to Hammer! You started to froth at the mouth, Nick. Maybe we should keep a safe distance?
Let's talk about 5 years ago.
Okay.
I wanted to ask you about 5 years ago.
Who told you? Who did you hear that from?
Huh?
Nichols.
Nichols?
Nichols, Nick. Penny Nichols. That assistant we talked to.
Oh, right. Anyway, we heard about the accident. It was during filming with Jack Hammer. He killed a man, didn't he?
Whippersnappers! Dirt on someone's past like that, and the recently departed no less. I suppose you think this is fun?
No, I'm just doing my job to protect Mr. Powers.
And you claim that Hammer stole Powers' costume? You expect me to believe that rubbish? Or do you have some kind of proof?
Proof that Hammer stole Powers' costume? I have proof. I'm sorry, Miss Oldbag, but I do have proof. I can prove that Mr. Hammer stole Mr. Powers' costume. The sleeping pill bottle. Here's my proof. You there? Hello? Uh-oh. Oh no, she had this. Oh, you're back.
I think I'm back. Okay.
Okay.
We're good.
I presented the bottle.
You presented the sleeping pill?
Yes.
Okay.
This is waiting on the first old bag line from you.
Did you already say your line too?
Yeah.
Okay. What? What's the little empty bottle supposed to prove?
It's a bottle of sleeping pills. With Mr. Hammer's fingerprints on it.
What does that prove? I'm sure old Hammer has some sleepless nights. Is it proof that he used those pills on Powers?
If Psyche locks existed in this game, this would 100% be that.
Oh yeah, it totally would.
I'm gonna present the steak plate. Mr. Powers ate a T-bone steak for lunch, correct?
Well, yes. So?
This is the plate that he used to eat that steak. There are traces of sleeping pill powder on the plate.
I see. Poor, poor Hammer. You did wrong, Hammer. Rest your soul. This old bag? Okay, you win. I'll talk. I'm tired, see? Tired of holding it all in.
This old bag.
You're right. 5 years ago, there was an accident. Fatal accident. What's worse, a paparazzi took a photo of it. That photo, well, it caused quite a stir. And guess who made it all better? Vasquez. He has ties to the mafia. She silenced the paparazzi. That was the beginning. After that, she became a force to be reckoned with here at the studio. I see. But you have to understand, poor old Hammer never meant any harm to anyone. This old bag. Hold on a minute. Poor Miss Old Bag. Here, take this.
A photograph? Wait a second!
This is the picture.
Is...
Sure, you say your line?
I did.
I got disconnected for a tiny bit.
Oh, okay. Is this the trailer in Studio 2?
Hammer was supposed to fight with a bad guy on the top of the stairs there. He pushed the other actor, and the man fell onto the flower box fence.
But how did you get this?
It was a long time ago. I don't feel much like talking about it.
I understand. 5-year-old photo added to the court record. Wow. That music is like shockingly melancholy. I'm gonna present the 5-year-old photo, see what she says.
Okay. Poor old Hammer. He was a big star, the biggest. That accident 5 years ago is what did him in. He wanted to hide it. He didn't want anyone to know. Poor, silly old Hammer. If he had just come out and confessed, Vasquez wouldn't have gotten her claws into him. Poor old bag.
Yeah, this is one of the few times you feel bad for. We're heading outside Studio 1.
Okay.
October 19th, Studio 1 entrance.
Think back, Nick, to the day of the murder. Mr. Hammer put on the steel samurai costume. Then he left from here to go to Studio 2?
Right.
Why? I wonder if someone called him. Like the director? Producer?
Okay, we're heading outside Studio 2 now. October 19th, Studio 2 entrance.
Hey, Nick, it's Miss Vasquez. Hello? Hello?
Do you want to try that?
Bad. My bad. Hello.
Maya, you should at least try to be polite.
Watching the clouds.
That's all she had to say, apparently. Well, let's talk about Mr.
Should we examine?
We can examine the plates.
Please examine the plates. I have...
This is where Salmonella and Vasquez ate. There's nothing left on the plates.
Hey, so they ate T-bone steaks too.
Something wrong?
I don't know. I'm getting this funny feeling. Something about this feels odd, you know.
Can't say that I do. Okay, nothing.
Okay.
Let's talk to her about Mr. Hammer.
Excuse me. Mr. Hammer came here on the day of the murder and... Shh. Perhaps you didn't hear me. I'm watching the clouds. I'm not interested in talking to you. Do something, Nick. She's really ticking me off.
Oh dear. Well, let's talk about Will Powers.
Mr. Powers wasn't the killer. You don't have to cancel the Steel Samurai. I think I'm tired of the Steel Samurai. You did it! Nick, she did it! She's the killer! Faye Blood speaks to me. I know it! I know it!
Oh dear. Well, let's talk about the Director Manella. I was wondering if you could tell me about Mr. Manella.
You must talk about that man. Perhaps you could talk about it in the trailer? By yourselves?
Oh dear. Let's present something. Let me try the steak plate. I doubt she'll say anything, but I'm just gonna put it anyway. She's not even looking. Okay, hey, you look.
Why are you showing that to me, Nick?
Do we show the photo? Let's just show the photo.
Okay.
She's not even looking.
Where?
What?
Where did you get that?
Well...
Old bag.
Old?
She means the security lady, Miss Oldbag, Nick.
Right. Anyway. Miss Vasquez, you hid this incident from the press, didn't you? And you used it to control Mr. Hammer.
The wind.
Huh?
It's gotten stronger, don't you think? Wind. Your conversation interests me. Let's talk about it more inside the trailer. Nick, she went inside the trailer.
I'm saving.
I forgot, because after we go into the trailer, that's when we trigger the trial.
I believe so. We'll check the plate one more time.
Check the plate and then the flower bed.
It's check mark. I'm gonna check the flower bed though.
Okay.
There's some flowers here.
Oops. I accidentally checked the plate. Again by accident. Let me check the flower.
I think the flower was the same dialogue. We don't need to worry about that.
Okay. Is there anything else that we need to check?
I'm checking the incinerator real quick. No, there's nothing. All right, we're going inside the trailer then.
Hold on. Okay. Are we going inside the trailer now?
Yep.
Okay. Kane. Well then. Was that what you were talking about?
Why is she so eager to talk all of a sudden? Miss Vasquez, you were using that accident. You were blackmailing Mr. Hammer so you could control him, weren't you? That's why he was doing kid shields for petty change.
I'm a blackmailer now? Well, that's what it was, wasn't it? I mean, sure, it was an accident, but you used it to drag Mr. Hammer down from his rightful place as a star. Oh. I haven't pulled anyone down from anywhere. Mr. Hammer's career went sour of its own accord. But you were the cause. You pressured him. To think it was just an accident. Excuse me? What is this all about? You keep saying accident. Accident. How are you so sure?
What do you mean?
Did I spell everything out for you? Think. What would it be if it wasn't an accident?
No. No way! You mean Mr. Hammer did it on purpose?
This is what I mean.
Where's your proof? Can you prove it?
Just think. Would he have let me run his life for 5 years over a mere accident? And I ran him hard. Believe you. Huh?
Believe you me.
Oh, believe you me. Such a weird... Okay, anyways. But the security lady said it was an accident. Oh? Well, she was a big fan of hammers, you see. She jumped on the reporter who brought that photo into the studio. She wrenched it out of his hand, she did. Gave him a few bruises, too.
It's a That's why she had the photo.
He's an old fool. Of course, all the reporter would need is the negatives. He could have made a copy, but he didn't. The only copy of that photo is the one you hold. Give it to me. Now. What? This is valuable evidence! Boys!
Oh. Who are they?
Professionals. Good at erasing various things. What do you think? Would you like to be erased?
Marissa says, "Oh damn, what did I miss?" She popped in right as the goons are on us. Well, to answer what's happened, we found out that Hammer was working on the Steel Samurai show despite his previous career because he killed someone. We thought it was an accident, but it might have been on purpose. And so to cover it up, she covered it up by, she covered it up in exchange as a blackmail, had him work on this show for basically nothing. And now, we know too much about what's going on, so she's literally sent goons on us. What?
Trial ends tomorrow. How unfortunate. It's a shame you'll have to miss it.
Tell me why. Why do you want this pictograph so badly? This is Mr. Hammer's dirt, no? Why should D. Vasquez care about it at all?
I'm sure you'll have plenty of time to think about it. About that, where you're going. So long, friends. Boys, erase away. No! So terrifying.
Hold it right there! I heard everything, pal! D. Vasquez! You're coming down to the precinct with me now!
Not bad. Very well. It appears this contest will be decided tomorrow then, in court. We are looking forward to it.
Hey, you okay, pal? Sorry I was a little late with my entrance. I don't get many chances to practice that sort of thing.
Detective Gumshoe. Thank you, thank you. I was really scared.
Huh? Don't mention it, pal. Just doing my job. Oh, wait, real quick. Marissa says, but if you guys don't show for the trial, I think people will be suspicious. Come on, Vasquez. It's true. Well,
It is true.
But we would have been dead. But Gumshoe saved us. Man, this is one of Gumshoe's best moments. He literally saved our lives.
Detective Gumshoe?
Sorry, it's just, I've wanted to say that line ever since I became a detective. Okay, I've got one more job to do today. I'm sure we'll run into each other again soon.
Well, Nick, looks like we're getting close to the bottom of this.
And who's at the bottom? D. Vasquez.